Madam Deputy President, Comrade Deputy President, I welcome you to 2025. Last year was sad, we lost our Deputy President. This year is a critical year. Many people have called it an election year. Allow me to redefine this year. I think this year should be referred to as a revolutionary year. This year, ladies and gentlemen, is different. This year is a turning point, or can be a turning point if we choose to make it a turning point. This year, friends, we are presented with yet another opportunity to end the 40-year-old slavery that we are grappling with. Throughout the history of Uganda, the people of Uganda have always been presented with an opportunity to define their destiny, an opportunity to build a country that makes sense to them and their posterity. It has happened in different turns of our history. We all remember that in 1962, we were presented with an opportunity to build a new country, like all other countries. Unfortunately, many of those countries took an opportunity that we did not. In 1962, our mothers, when they were young, our grandfathers and grandmothers celebrated, they jubilated, because finally the rule of foreigners, of aliens, of whites was coming to an end, and their own children were taking charge of their destiny. Uganda was being handed over to Ugandans by the British. There were celebrations, there was dancing, there was party everywhere, because they believed that a new dawn had descended on Uganda. Unfortunately, just only after 4 years, chaos ensued in 1966. We disintegrated again, we backslid again, and crying came back. Death came back. It went on until 1971, when once again, when Amin took over, there were celebrations everywhere. My old man used to tell me that that was one of the happiest days after Amin took over. There was happiness, there was new hope. Everybody thought that yes, it was a chance to start again. Just like we missed the opportunity in 1962, very few years after Amin took over, the crying and wailing returned. The suffering, the torture, the killing returned. Another missed opportunity. It went on for 8 years until 1971, when Ugandans came together in Tanzania, Moshi, and had the Moshi Conference. They united and formed the Uganda National Liberation Front. And together, they defeated Idi Amin in 1979. So in 1979, when Amin fell, there was celebration everywhere. There was belief that yes, now, this is a turning point. It was an opportunity to start again, to build Uganda again, to smile again, to dream again. It did not take even 2 years. We descended into mess again. Disagreements, violence, chaos, another missed opportunity. In 1981, Mobutu took over, and we dared to hope again. We said maybe now, this time, things are going to be different. I mean, to fight that fight, claiming that the 1980 election was rigged. Our fathers and mothers and elders followed him. They trusted him. They believed him. They sacrificed everything they had. More than 500,000 people were killed. But our people were willing to sacrifice even more for a new Uganda that they had been dreaming of since 1962. And yes, in 1986, when Museveni took over, there were celebrations. Some of us were young, but we saw the celebration. We saw a new dream. Those that had run into the diaspora, into exile, came back again, hoping that this time, this was the deal. In any case, this is a struggle that all Ugandans had partaken into. There was new hope, especially when Museveni stood on the footsteps of Parliament and said that the problem with Uganda in particular and Africa in general are the leaders that overstay in power. Our parents believed that indeed here was a solution. It has been 40 years. 40 years of pain, 40 years of tribalism, 40 years of corruption, 40 years of killing, 40 years of genocide, especially in northern Uganda. Another missed opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I've taken time to go through this history to show you that there has always been an opportunity. Unfortunately, we've always missed that opportunity. But like we've been taught by our parents and by the scriptures, that hope is the most important thing that humanity must hold on to. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, to emphasize on that hope. I talk about these missed opportunities so that we can realize and realign ourselves, so that we can know that there has always been an opportunity. 40 years has gone. But in those 40 years, we've also had various opportunities. For example, we had an opportunity in 1996. We had an opportunity in 2001. We had an opportunity in 2006, an opportunity in 2011, an opportunity in 2016, and an opportunity in 2021. Different times, different candidates, different players. But somehow, we've always missed the target. And here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. We are in 2025. Another opportunity presents itself to us. Although the election is happening in 2026, but the opportunity is now. It is now, because everything is done in this year. According to the powers that be, there is set an election early January, between 9th and 12th. We have 368 days from today. We have 12 months and 5 days from today. How are we looking at that opportunity? It is another shot, another try, another effort, another attempt on freedom. Are you looking at it as another opportunity to freedom? That's the question that I would request all of us to look at and to ponder about. I remember telling you before the 2021 election, I told you that if we fail in 2021, another 5 years of Museveni, he won't be able to handle. I remember telling you that every day that Museveni spends ruling over us, we go back 5 days. For every year that Museveni spends ruling over us, we go back 5 years, probably many more years behind. You all remember that since 14th of January 2021, so much damage has been created, so much damage that we're going to take years to fix. Every day, you, the people of Uganda, lose 27 billion. Since January 14, 2021, we lose 27 billion to corruption. 27 billion is stolen. Every day, not every week, not every month, every day. That's a total of 10 trillion. And this is according to the IGG. A government employee, we would be losing more, but according to the IGG, we lose 10 trillion in corruption. That means we lose 27 billion every day. That means in 5 years we lose 50 trillion. Have you come to think about that? 5 years of Museveni, we lose 50 trillion. Now, let me break it down a little more. According to the regime, government spent 42 billion to build Kawempe Referral Hospital and 37 billion to build Chirudu Hospital. So if we are to build a Chirudu Hospital or a Kawempe Hospital, if we are to build a Chirudu Hospital in every district, in the 142 districts in Uganda, that means it would cost us only 6.1 trillion to have a fully functional hospital in every district. That is less than the money that is stolen in a year. Now, I want you to think about how much that money can do in these other sectors: education, agriculture, infrastructure, and others. Money stolen in 1 year under the watch of Museveni can put a Chirudu hospital in every district in Uganda, and we'll have a balance of close to 4 trillion. So that is the cost of having a Museveni ruling over you. Stopping corruption just for 1 year would give us that. So imagine a situation where our children don't have to study under trees anymore, where our roads don't have to have potholes anymore. I've not talked about the classified budget. I've not talked about money lost in other areas. But this is just money lost through corruption. That is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. The government data, as if that's not annoying enough, the government data shows you that out of the children that start in P1, only 35% complete P7. 35%. So, if 10 children or 100 children enroll in P1, less than 35 children will complete P7. So imagine looking at a country where 1.8 million children start P1, but 1.2 million children drop out before P7. Where are those children going to go? What is the destiny of those children? They've not had the most basic education, primary education, under the watch of Museveni. They don't care. His wife is the Minister of Education. Never mind the fact that she's not educated. They don't care. To them, they don't care whether these children become criminals. They don't care. Their only solution is to build more prisons and to empower their family members to start up agencies that will ship these our children to Arab countries to become modern day slaves. That is where we are as a country, ladies and gentlemen. So imagine if 6 million children dropping out of school before P7. This has been happening for the last 40 years. I'm only talking about 5 years of Museveni. The damage gets worse and worse. The same regime spends close to 3 billion shillings every day on Museveni's household. Close to 3 billion. But again, the same regime spends less than 20,000 on every child in UPE. Less than 20 for a year. Every day, the government spends more than close to 3 billion on Museveni's house. But the same government spends less than 20,000 on every child in UPE the whole year, 12 months, 365 days. Now, looking at that, ladies and gentlemen, you would be shocked when you find these our children snatching my head.
Coward.
You have seen it. I even saw him. Namulabenga agamba batongoze ebisiyaga. Mwakirabye temunnaba kyogerako. Era bannamawulire temugenda kyogerako. So friends, like Kwame Nkrumah said, seek ye the political kingdom and the rest will be added unto you. We need to get that power and use it to do good to our people, because power, as you know, is a double-edged sword. When good people for the benefit of our people. That is why we are today, ladies and gentlemen. This year, I want us to focus on getting power at all levels. Power at LC level, at youth level, at councillor level, at MP level, and most importantly, at presidential level. That is a solution. That's the solution, ladies and gentlemen. I want to call upon all of you friends to get our hands dirty. To you, the leaders, the politicians, to you, the lawyers, the engineers, the teachers, the border riders, you, the foot soldiers, you play a big role. Comrades in the diaspora, the educated, the uneducated, the young, the old, the male, the female. Let us all fold our sleeves and get to work. Let us do everything that we can. Let us use every tool that we can to get that power so we can use it to change things, to change the circumstances of our people. Let us use all manner of protests. Let us organize and agitate. Let us use the parliament. Let us use this election. Use the campaigns, everything that you can use so that we get the freedom that we want. You should never feel shy. You should never be embarrassed. You should never apologize for fighting for your freedom. So this year, let us make it a point to change things, because this is the most fundamental year, friends. Everything happens in this year. And the Baganda said, entamwe ulira chi? Entamwe ulira chi? Entamwe ulira muli ogusooka mugukume ate mugukumirewo ate gugukume nnyo. I want to send a message to the young people, the youth. 20 encourage you to register, to vote. Don't only register but get involved. Take this over. Take charge of this. Get involved and vie for all these elections. I've said it many times. This is not only to the youth, but you people are the majority. Mwenyigire mu kubyokulonda bino mwesimbewo muvuganye. Mwesimbewo muvuganye. Temwekiririra. In every position. Neyo gye mulaba abakulembeze nga bali corrupt. Challenge. Kansubira ekyo mwekiwulidde bulungi banna. Stand for those offices, right from LC1 all the way. There's no limit. This is your country and you have to live like you have every right to belong to this country and to get involved in everything that matters in this country. For those of you that are running under NUP, I want to encourage you to connect with the people. I'm saying it to you here. It is not a matter of knowing the president or having a connection with the president. It is not a matter of you being a favorite here at the headquarters. It's not a matter of connections here. The only important connection is a connection with the people, because we are people power. So go connect with the people. According to the leadership of this party, everybody is equal and has equal rights. We are people power and we are answerable to the people. Let's go for it. Tugende tuzoganye. Tugende kuno mwaka tukutanige upside down. Twenyigire mu buli kimu bannange tusobola okubikyusa. Era tufube tubikyuse. Tuweza okubilumalumamu mu Uganda kutta ne kugenda mu maaso. Okutabangawo mu Uganda newankubadde baagaana giclassifyinga nga genocide, naye wano mu Buganda batta abantu abasukka ekitundutundu kyakakadde, bayinza n'okuba nga basukkawo obuwanga paka kati eruweeru ewabasituliko tebannabaguzika. naye kuba Museveni yali agambye bakitaffe ne bajjajjaffe nti nwanirira bwenkanya, nwanirira demokrasi, nwanirira nfuga y'amateeka, bakkiriza bazeeyi baffe ne basaddaaka buli kimu nga n'obulamu bwabwe mwobutadde. Era Museveni bwe yawamba mu 86 ne tujja kuza ne tulowooza kati kiwedde, kuba Museveni yajja asuubiza ne lwe yalayira yimirira ku mateeka ku madala ga paliamenti yaffe n'akakasa nti agenda kubeera wanjawulo, enigenda kubeera fundamental change, era n'ayogera nti ekizibu kya Uganda kibadde bakulembeze abeeremeza mu buyinza abakitaffe ne bakuba enkalo ne bagamba ono enkutuufu. Omuntu yagamba nti ekizibu kya Uganda be bakulembeze abeeremeza mu buyinza, yakabeera mu buyinza kati emyaka 40. naye mu myaka egya 40 he has done worse than Obote and Amin combined. Akoze ebikolobero ebikatte ebya Obote n'Amin n'abisukka n'obisukka. Ekibbattaka tewaliwo kibbattaka. Mu Abaganda bakuno njagala mumanyi nti Obote wadde mwali temwamwagala, Obote tayokyanga ku masiro. Muntegedde bulungi. Myaka 4 egy'okubonaabona, naye era ne myaka 4 egyo mubaddengamu emikisa egy'okukyusa, egy'okuzimba Uganda empya. Omukisa ogwasooka gwali gwa 96 gwagenda bwe gutyo, ogwaddako 21 gwagenda bwe gutyo, 26 gwagenda bwe gutyo, 2011 gwagenda bwe gutyo, 2016, 2021 byonna gyagenda bwe gityo. Biseera byanjawulo, bakandidate abavuganya banjawulo, abantu abenyigidde mu byobufuzi byanjawulo, naye tubadde tetunaba kufuna ansa. Ebyafaayo bibalaze okubalaga nti saawa zino wano we muli kati wafaanananga 62, wafaanananga 66, wafaanananga 71 oba nga 79, wafaanananga 86. Wano we muli kati walinga 96, walinga 2001, 2006, 2011, 2016 ne 2021. Kati we tuli saawa zino tuli mu 2025. Wabulayo emyezi 12 n'ennaku 5 admine. Kati saawa zino mulina omukisa, naye nga buli lunaku oluyitawo omukisa ogwo kugenda kwekendereza, kuba mugenda musemberera target eri. Singa guno omwaka mukulabanga bwe ngulaba, bannange tuba tugenda kufuna ebyakabi. Kuba mu guno omwaka byonna ebigenda kugenda mu maaso mu kalulu bikolebwa mwaka guno, byonna biteekebwa mwaka guno. N'olw'ensonga eyo njagala okubategeeza baganda bange nti guno omwaka mulalamu. Guno omwaka musobola okugufuula kyemwagala okufuula. Guno omwaka gusobola okujjukirwa. 2026 si agenda okujjukirwa, guno 2025 yagenda okujjukirwa. N'olw'ensonga eyo njagala okubakunga baganda bange mwenna mukozese opportunity eno, mukozese omukisa guno. Kubanga nakibagambako nga tuyingira mu kalulu ka 2021 nabagamba nti singa tetukola kye tulina kukola, sigamba nti tetwakola kye tulina kukola, naye singa Museveni ageza n'atusimatuka naddamu natufuga emyaka 5, emyaka egy'etaano tegitegeeza okubeera bwezi na pulezidenti mulala. Kitegeeza kudda mabega emyaka tegisingamu 5. So tulina okukola buli kyetusobola so that bwe tusucceedinga bwe tumalako tujja kwebaza Katonda. Ne still ne bwe tulemererwa tetusobola kwejjusa nti tetwakola kyonna kye twali tusobola kukola, ate nga tetusobola kulemererwa. Tetusobola bwe tuwaddeyo. Mbagamba bulijjo nti bano abantu batutya nnyo okusinga bwe tubatya. Batutya nnyo, batuloota n'otuloota bw'oba wakana. Kale Museveni ye mugezi muko n'emyaka gye muyamananga nze wadde ekikunyika nayisikire. Naye genda ku Twitter olabe mutabani we olyoka omanyi bwe tubasuza. So mubeere bagumu kubanga be mutya ate bo babatya nnyo. Nkomawo ku mwaka guno baganda bange, omwaka guno mukulu nnyo kuba bokkiriza Museveni okubafuga emyaka emirala 5. Oledde gibadde emyaka 4 naye damage Museveni gyatukozeeko mu myaka gino gyokka eyinza otutwala emyaka emirala 10 nga tumaze omujjako emyaka emirala 10 okutereeza. Mbagambye bukyanga Museveni abba buwanguzi bwaffe nga 14 January 2021 buli lunaku, si buli mwezi, si buli wiiki, naye buli lunaku babba biliyoni 22. Naye omwana wa UPE Honorable Sseungu akyogera bulijjo ng'asaaga. Omanya Abakatuliki basaaga nnyo, naddala Abakatuliki ennyo. Sseungu olijjo asaaga n'agamba omwana basomere bwerere mu Uganda era basomedde bwerere. Ninga mutuufu kuba omwana bamuteekamu esente teziwera 2,000, tukitwale ndi bamuteekamu 2,000 omwaka mulamba. 2,000 ffe waffe kasanga tetezigula na Rolex 10. Gumubiri webale nnyo Deputy Secretary General. So awo we tuli ng'eggwanga twandigenze mu maaso nga tubyogerako ebyo byonna naye bwe kuli mwaka mpya njagadde ejjasooka kubira tooki mu kizibu naate tooki esinga tugikube mu solution yaki yakujjako Museveni, yakujjako bano ababbi. Tosobola kugamba nti Museveni atereezeemu. Waliwo omuganda waffe gwe naagenda ku TikTok yagambye Sitaani talokoka. So tosobola kugamba nti Museveni alokoke akyuseemu. No, bo bino bagirabanga property yaabwe, batulabanga kyabugagga kyabwe ye ne famire ye. So baganda bange, obuyinza kyekintu kisinga obukulu. Twetaaga okufuna obuyinza okutereeza embeera zammwe. Lunaku lwaleero nga tutandika omwaka njagala okubasaba munoonye obuyinza ku buli levo yonna, kubanga obuyinza buva mu bantu. Ku buli levo yonna mwalondebwa olunaku lwaleero. Tovola mwina n'akalemberembe akabeera wano, si kuba nti baagala tubeere wano naye kuba tibalina kyakukola. So twongere nga tuteeka one foot in front of the other, making sure buli woyimirira ekigere ekimu ekiteeka mu maaso ga kinne waakyo, tumuvinge ahead, tweyongereko. Njagala basaba munoonye obukulembeze at every level. Abantu baffe bafa kubanga tebenyigira mu politics. Nabye omuvubuka yani SD gwe bakubye essasi ne bamutta, Sekamwa bamukubye essasi ne bamutta. Oba oliawo teyabadde na mu politics ng'agamaze ebya politics tebikwatako. Nalabye omusirikale eyewanise neyeetuga neyetta olw'embeera. Politics is what does all that. It doesn't matter gwani omuvubuka eyeetuze bamuyita alibo. So njagala mmanye baganda bange, obukulembeze is everything. Tuli wano kubanga twagala okubakunga buli omu anonye obukulembeze at every level. So mbakunga mu butongole mwesimbewo ku buli level yonna. LC1 kansala bavubuka MP byonna mwesimbewo ate naddala abavubuka nga 2 tukimanyi nti waliwo okwewandiisa mugende mwewandiise mubeere balonzi temukoma kwewandiisa wabula mubenyigiremu mutwale obuvunanyizibwa obwo mutukulembere in that angle. Njagala bakunga bannayuganda mwenna mu abali wano n'abatali wano mwesimbewo ate bw'olabanga olina w'olabye ng'omukulembeze waawo ali corrupt oba takola bye twagala nga bannayuganda oba takiikirira muntu mutwalire. Ate nammwe abeesimbyewo temwesimbawo nti mugeze kukusa mbuto zammwe kuba nammwe tujja balabisa oza mulabyeeko get involved muli bakulembeze. Eyo engeri yokka gye tugenda okukyusa embeera yaffe basenyi, engeri gye tugenda okutereeza eggwanga lyaffe. So mugende mwesimbewo mwabaagala okwesimbirawo ku tiketi ya NUP. Njagala mumanye nti NUP fe tetuli NUP, fe tuli people power, tetuli kibiina, tuli maanyi g'abantu, just tulina ekibiina. We are not a political party, we just have a political party. And that political party, we the people of Uganda have a political party. The political party does not have us. So it does not matter how close you are to the leadership of the political party, you must be closer to the people of Uganda. So oba representing ebyo bye tukkiririzaamu, tubadde nabo bangi nga bamadiini gaffe nga batribe zaffe naye nga be batutunda bennyini. Mwe abasiraamu mukimanyi tibakozesa nnyo abasiraamu okubapima n'okubakwata just kuba muli basiraamu. Ekyo kirina ffe bakatuliki n'abalala. So ffe tuli defined by our values. Era oli bwakutuukiriranga ng'olabira ddala yakiikirira ebyo byokkiririzaamu, tomalanga budde musindikeyo. Ate tokoma musindikayo mugambe tukulaba, ogezaako okwemamaaza n'emigo tugiina.